Okay, we're all set. President Joyce.
All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Rich Joyce, Board President of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy. I will now call this meeting of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy to order. Today is Wednesday, August 6th, and it is 8:30 a.m. Board of Pharmacy meetings are conducted in accordance with the Oregon Public Meetings Law. Under the Public Meetings Law, governing body meetings are open to the public except as otherwise provided by law. The presiding officer has the authority to keep order and to impose any reasonable restrictions necessary for the efficient and orderly conduct of a meeting. Governing bodies are authorized by ORS 192-660 to meet in executive session in certain limited situations, including the consideration of information obtained by a health regulatory board as part of an investigation of licensee or applicant conduct. All official actions by the board must be taken by public vote, and the vote of each member must be recorded. Our mission, the Oregon Board of Pharmacy serves to promote and protect public health, safety, and welfare by ensuring high standards in the practice of pharmacy and through effective regulation of the manufacture and distribution of drugs. The Oregon Board of Pharmacy is committed to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging within its organization and for the public it serves. The commitment is reflected in board membership, agency staffing, the services provided, and its efforts to promote patient safety and ensure access to quality pharmacy care. The board encourages review of its full 2024-2026 DEIB plan located on the board website. I will now call roll for board and staff. For the record, when I call your name, please verbally acknowledge here. Board President Joyce here. Board Vice President Kirkbride.
Here.
Board Member Chin.
Here.
Board Member Hall.
Here.
Member Kroger.
Here.
Board Member Priyal Patel is not quite here yet. She on her way? Anybody know?
I haven't heard from her.
Okay. So currently absent at this time. Board Member Pineda.
Here.
Board Member Smith. Here. Chief Compliance Officer Joe Ball. Here. Compliance Director Brianne Efremoff.
Here.
Compliance Officer Cheryl Fox.
Here.
Licensing Director Christy Hennigan.
Here.
Compliance Assistant Kay Klingberg.
Here.
Compliance Officer Jane Lee.
Here.
Compliance Officer Danny McComas.
Here.
Operations Manager Rachel Melvin.
Here.
Compliance Officer Brian Murch.
Here.
Compliance Assistant Tasha Pearson.
Here.
Compliance Officer Aaron Richmond.
Here.
Executive Director Gary Runyon.
Here.
Board Counsel Angela Hunt.
Here.
Public comment information. Public comment will occur towards the end of the meeting on August 7, 2025. The board will not deliberate any issues or requests during public comment, such as formal requests, issues currently under investigation, requests pending before the board, or currently proposed rules. Public comment is limited to matters that were noticed on the board meeting agenda, and comments will not be allowed that are longer than the time allotted by the chair. To sign up for public comment, please email your request to pharmacy.board@bop.oregon.gov by noon on 8/7/2025. A few housekeeping items and meeting etiquette. Board and staff, please identify yourself as board staff member and last name each time you speak. Please speak one at a time and directly into the microphone. Raise your hand when you have questions or comments and silence all devices. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and retained for public record keeping purposes. The board will meet in executive session for most of the day. We'll break for lunch at from 12 to 1, and we'll resume open session around 4:30. We will now review the board meeting agenda. Do board members have any proposed revisions to the meeting agenda? Board President Joyce, no. Board Vice President Kirkbride?
No.
Board Member Chin?
No.
Member Hall?
No.
Member Kroger?
No.
Board Member Tal, currently absent. Board Member Pineda?
No.
And Board Member Smith?
No.
Alrighty, so agenda review and approval, is there a motion to approve the agenda as proposed?
Member Chen, moves. And Board Member Hall.
So, roll call vote, Board Member Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride,
Yes.
Member Chin,
Yes.
Board Member Hall,
Yes.
Board Member Kroger,
Yes.
Board Member Mattel, not currently here. Board Member Pinero,
Yes.
Board Member Smith.
Yes.
Well,
Motion carries.
motion passes. We will now install our new board member, Brian Smith. Okay, let's see. So, board member, Brian Smith earned his Doctor of Pharmacy from Oregon State University of, College of Pharmacy in 2019. As a pharmacist, he has worked in a variety of practice settings, including community specialty 340B, very good, hospital system, and independent pharmacies. Currently, he works part-time at a specialty pharmacy in Portland and part-time as a traveling pharmacist in the state of Oregon. Brian currently resides in Portland. Brian, speaking for the board and staff, I wish to extend you a sincere welcome and make note in the board meeting summary of your official attendance as a board member during a regularly scheduled meeting after your appointment by Governor Kotek. I would like to impress upon you and all board members the importance of being part of an administrative body representing the people of the state of Oregon on behalf of the governor. You are here solely to represent the interests of the people of Oregon. It is important to remember that action is taken when the board is in session and no personal opinions concerning board matters should be expressed outside of board meetings, or that extreme caution be used when doing so if you are confronted with this situation. You should never be influenced by pressure groups or groups having political or economic objectives as their goals. You should thoroughly understand the normal procedures for receiving complaints and that they should be channeled through the executive director for the entire board's consideration. All powers of the board are defined by statute, and we cannot expand upon them. Your appointment to the Oregon Board of Pharmacy is one of the highest honors that can come to you as an Oregonian. And with it comes responsibility, sacrifice, frustration, concern, and commitment. Capital letters. You will need to continually study the statutes and rules and maintain a contemporary knowledge of the issues confronting the profession and business of pharmacy that may come before the board. Your attendance at every board meeting is important, and any planned absences should be communicated to the board president and executive director as soon as possible. Your conduct at a hearing and the questions and remarks made during a hearing should be confined strictly to the charges considered in the complaint. Board meetings are conducted in accordance with modified Robert's rules of order. You or any board member may call for an executive session at any time, keeping in mind limitations placed on such sessions by statute. The conduct of all board members affects the image of the board, the profession of the pharmacy, and the governor. Diplomacy, tact, discretion, and decorum must govern each member's behavior while conducting the business of the board. At any time during this or any subsequent meeting, I would encourage you to express any ideas you may have of the board's functions, ask any questions, even though the answer may be obvious to others. See that all decisions be made in a fair and impartial manner. Refrain from introducing any political or economic matters. Expect criticism from the public, licensees, and registrants, and never engage in retaliation or act in an arbitrary manner because of criticism. In closing, again, I would like to congratulate you on your appointment as a Board of Pharmacy member and remind you that your growth and effectiveness as a board member will depend upon your personal initiative and effort. Prior to going into executive session, board members must announce if they are recusing themselves from compliance. Please state the case number and the reason for the recusal as bias, direct financial, potential financial, or witness in a case. Board President Joyce, no recusals. Board Vice President Kirkbride,
I have two recusals. I'd like to recuse on case 2023-0709 and 2023-0710 for potential bias.
noted. Board Member Chin,
Um,
Board Member Hall,
um,
and Board Member Kroger.
Board Member Kroger recuses from case 2025-0259, 2025-0260, 2022-0515, 2022-0516, 2022-0587, 2022-1054, 2025-0369 for potential financial for business I am associated with, and case 2024-0296 for potential bias.
Oh, Staff Member Melvin, I think you read 0369. Is it 0396?
Sorry, 0396.
Okay,
Apologies.
thank you.
Is that clear? And Board Member Patel, just entering, I'll come back to you. Board Member Pinedo
No recusals at this time.
and Board Member Smith, any recusals?
No refusals at this time.
So. Note that Board Member Patel is here.
Board Member Patel, I have recusal 2025-0021 and 2025-0366, weakness in case, and 2025-0273 and 2025-0274 for bias.
Good. The time is now 8:42. This executive session is held pursuant to ORS 192660 and ORS 192690, ORS 676165, and ORS 676175, which allows the board to meet in executive session to consider information or records that are exempt from law, from public inspection. I have to read it, Tara. Okay, let me restart that. This executive session is held pursuant to ORS 192660, para 1, para 2, para F, para H, and para L, ORS 192690, para 1, ORS 676165, and ORS 676175, which allows the board to meet in executive session to consider information or records that are exempt from law, from public inspection, and to consult with counsel concerning the legal rights and duties of a public body with regards to current litigation or litigation likely to be filed. Representatives of the media and the designated staff shall be allowed to attend the executive session. Representatives of the media are specifically directed not to report on any of the deliberations during the executive session, except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. No decision may be made in executive session, and at the end of the executive session, we will return to open session and welcome the public back into the meeting. Is there a motion to move to enter executive session for the purpose of legal advice, review, and discussion of investigations and disciplinary cases at 8:44 a.m.?
So moved, Board Member Kroger.
second Board Member Chin.
Member Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride,
Yes.
Board Member Chin,
Yes.
Board Member Hall,
Yes.
Board Member Kroger,
Yes.
Board Member Patel,
Yes.
Board Member Pineda,
Yes.
and Board Member Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes. Please wait while staff transitions from open session to executive session.